back for another Walking Dead Season 4 discussion video today. And today, this was a highly requested video after the last one. I said next video. This one got 51 votes, which is actually one of the highest vote totals I've ever gotten on a straw poll. And my discussion video here today will be on if Telltale will kill Clementine in the final season of The Walking Dead. So my friends, this is going to be a discussion talking about what I think will happen to Clementine in the final season, what I think is possible, what are likely circumstances. Our next video will actually be what I think will happen in the end, but that'll be for the next video. But I'm going to talk here specifically on the topic of Clementine, her chance of survival, and what I think, based on past seasons, is very likely, and how Telltale wants to finish off this story, because remember, this is the final season of The Walking Dead. In this description down below, I'm going to have a poll, not for the next Walking Dead video, but for the next Telltale game you'd want me to play. Obviously, Batman comes out next Tuesday, so I'd be interested to maybe play Season 1 before. But go check that link down below in the description. And in the description as well, there is a link to my live stream, if in case you're watching this after 4 p.m. EST. I will be streaming The Walking Dead Season 1, Scumbag Lee, Part 2. We're going to do episodes 3 and 4, and then I'll probably end it there. Make sure to go check that out. And if you missed out any videos, again, check the card on top right in the info in the video. So guys, again, before we start this video, leave in the comments if you think Clementine will die in Season 4, and if she does or doesn't, how will it occur? Alright folks, again, let's go for 200 likes on this video, and I'll catch y'all next video. Peace out, and let's get straight into it. And you all know how much I care about Clementine. This is why I'm making this video. Now, this is going to be a little preconceived. We don't know what's going to happen in the first, couple episodes, even 4. But like I said again, I'm going to discuss possibilities of what could happen. But like I said again, this is all going to be dependent on what Telltale wants to do. And this is why I'm going to be talking about this. I'm going to make a prediction of I think she's going to die personally here. But like I said again, you're free to disagree or agree with me based on what I've said in this. Again, like I said, I would love to read the comments, so leave me as many comments as you can on what you think is going to happen, and I'll make sure to read them. So here we go, folks. Based on what we've seen in the past here, what are the chances, I think, of Clementine dying? Let me give you let's give a percentage. First look, because remember in Season 1, heartbreaking, Lee dies. That obviously shocked the living hell out of everyone. Season 2, Kenny/Jane dies. Shock value, not near Lee's level, but pretty high. Season 3, multiple characters could have died between Kate, Gabe, and David. So, not as much shock value, but still surprising. Shock value, sad. Telltale always wants to end off every season sad. And since Clem is the playable character, there's no way she's going to die anywhere sooner than episode 5. So a chance of a Clementine death would have to be in the final episode of Season 4, which would be the last episode of The Walking Dead, which, again, like I said, this is the ultimate chance for them to feel the feels train. Now, I talked about this in the last video about Job J and what he's discussed about Season 4, Job, and what he said about it, is that he said, we're basically trying to finish off The Walking Dead, and then possibly new stories can come up in the future, but we want to finish off this story. And he doesn't mean that, that doesn't mean we want everyone to die. And then, like I said, they were talking about that. They kind of discussed it a little bit, but he knows people are going to suspect a sad as fuck ending, because like I said, it's Telltale, and it's very, very likely that we're going to get a sad as fuck ending. Now, in the next video, I'm going to be discussing what I think will happen in the ending in terms of, like I said, we don't know really anything, and I'm just going to be making a prediction out of the blue based on what we kind of know. Now, obviously, I don't know what's going to happen with locations, characters, story. That's all frankly to change, but what could happen at the end, I'm pretty certain of 3 things that could happen in the end. I'll discuss that in the next video. But as far as we know, Clem's main objective this entire season was to find AJ. In Season 4, it's to find AJ. So, in terms of finding AJ, at the end, whether AJ is dead, alive, wherever they are at the McCarroll Ranch, some other location, whatever episode 5 is going to entail, is it going to be with AJ? Is it going to be escaping someplace? Is it going to be, like I said, defending a place? Or is it going to go back to Richmond? Remember, the Garcia family is going to return, so maybe in episode 5 are we going to return to Richmond? Very likely. I mean, I'm already talking about stuff in episode 5 of next season. Who knows, but like I said, the Garcia family is going to return. I don't think they're going to be moving anywhere, because Clem's got to get AJ. I think Clem maybe brings AJ back to Richmond. Very likely possibilities here. I don't know, but like I said, the Garcia family returning has been confirmed. So they're going to have to be some integral part of the story, whether that be in the beginning or end. I don't know how it's going to work out there, but we all know Clem is the only playable character in this season, thank the Lord. So that's going to bring a lot of attention here. Now, the percentage of Clementine dying, let's start with that. I think it's a 50-50 call. It's a 50-50 call. And that, you know why I think it's a 50-50 call? Because they can go one of two ways, obviously. One of three ways, potentially. And the 50% is because it's in the middle for me. I don't want Clementine to die. Nobody wants Clementine to die. But I think it's a 50-50 chance. One of three things is going to happen. Clem is going to die. It's going to be sad as fuck. We're all going to cry our eyes sockets out, and we're never going to forget it. It's like Lee. It'll be something like saving AJ heroically, or defending someone, or true love interest. I don't know, something like that. It's gonna be sad as fuck. It's gonna be something with AJ involved. It would have to be to break our hearts. Anytime anything with Clem though would break our heart, but with AJ might increase it 2 times. Then you have the second possibility of her living, but her maybe being a mystery on what happens to her. Like I said, maybe some explosion or something, and you're playing as her and you don't know what happens. I think we're definitely going to have a finite answer on what happens to Clementine. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I think Telltale cannot make this a cliffhanger. Say, oh, well, what, Mill? It's up to you what happened, you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to do something with a cliffhanger saying, for example, there was an explosion at the end of Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 5, and then, you didn't know what happened, they just cut to black. No, that's not going to happen. It's possible, not likely though. And then our third possibility is multiple endings, where Clementine could live or die based on your decisions, which would even be more hectic, because you'd have Clem being determinate, and then you'd have a huge ass debates, and be like, oh, my Clem's alive, my Clem's dead. That's possible. Telltale loves to do that, and that's what they kind of did with Season 1. They didn't really do that with Season 1. Season 2 they did with the Kenny and Jane, and Season 3 they did with the Garcia family. So it's possible they can do this again in the ending. Very, very possible. But that 50-50% is because I think Telltale, again, they're making Clem the playable character. This is the final season. We're going to hunt AJ. Is Clem going to have some heroic Lee moment where, like, Clem saves AJ and then AJ has to put Clem... I mean, there's just, breaking the heart. It's going to happen, my friends. There's going to be some heartbreak. And I think, like I said, again, I'm discussing the next video, but I think there's a 100% chance, and this kind of makes me choke up a bit, but there's a 100% chance either Clem or AJ will die. One of them will die in this season, and I know that if one of them does not die, I would be shocked. I would be shocked. Telltale will kill either Clem or AJ. Mark my words, by the end of Season 4, Clem or AJ will be dead. And I'm telling you, Telltale they're the masters. I mean, they're the masters of the feels train. And to get us to really hit the feels meter on the top, they're going to need to kill one of these two characters. Obviously, AJ is nowhere near as close to Clem on the frickin' top of the liked characters list, but still, AJ is a likable character, and like he's a kid. I mean, who one can say when a fucking kid dies? I mean, really? So very likely, I said I'm gonna say 100% chance one of them dies. I'm just saying that right now. I'll discuss the endings of what I think is gonna possibly happen later. But now let's talk about a couple scenarios. Now, do I think personally will Clementine die? I do think she will die. I think, despite what I want, I think Telltale is going to break our hearts. I know I don't want it to happen, but I believe it's going to happen. I believe Telltale is either going to give us a cliffhanger or something, or they're going to kill Clem, or they're going to kill AJ and then we hurt Clem and they have some mystery. But I mean, it would be so nice for Telltale to have a happy ending. But I know. It's unlikely, and it's not going to happen, because Season 1, heartbreak, Season 2, heartbreak, Season 3, I mean, what did you feel about the characters? It was still heartbreak, people dying and all that, people missing and all that. I mean, it's always sad. It's the feels train. That's why I call it the feels train. It's going to arrive sooner than later. And I guarantee this Clementine slash AJ, whatever the hell happens in episode 5. Clementine's death, if it does happen, will be in episode 5. It will be at the end since she's the playable character, and it'll be some like emotional moment where we're like passing out or bitten or something. It'd be something like that, or maybe AJ has to put us out of our misery, or a character close to us. We have like flashbacks of Lee. Oh my goodness, they can pull out full force here and just make this satisfying. They can have flashbacks in the middle of it as well. I mean, obviously, I hope Telltale puts the time into this season. Like I said, first half of 2018, they Job said is that when they want to release it. Already, Minecraft has been confirmed. The second episode is coming out in August, which is later in the month, and Batman's already starting up. So The Walking Dead is probably the next series on plate. I would think that and The Wolf Among Us are next on plate. So, I mean, expect in the next couple months we're going to get some news pretty soon on story details and stuff. Maybe some screenshots and stuff, but as far as we know, there's not a lot of details right now. All we know is that Clem's going to the McCall Ranch to find AJ. And in terms of her dying, I think if she does die, like I think it's going to happen, I think it's going to be in one of two ways. A heroic rescue of AJ, and AJ has to go off on his own, or like sacrificing herself for somebody. I think it's going to be a sacrifice situation slash a save AJ, and then maybe just, you know, get bitten in the process and just do whatever you can. Be like Lee and lead AJ to safety or something. I don't know if she's going to get bitten. She's not going to get, like, shot in the head. No. It's going to be a slow death. It's going to be a slow death, knowing Telltale. They will not drag it out. They won't make it, get shot in the head or she's dead. No. They're going to make it slow. And obviously, us being the playable character, we're in control of her before she dies, if she does, in fact, die. So, it would have to be slow. It's definitely going to be a slow death if she does end up dying. Now, my people in the comments, again, give me what you think is going to happen. Like I said, 50% chance I think of it happening. I think it's going to happen, even though I don't want it to. Believe me, I do not want Clementine to die. I've said that since the beginning. I don't want Clementine to die. And you know I love Clem. She's one of my top 3 characters. She's actually number 2 on my top 10 character list of all time in this game. And she's all we have left. And like I said again, if it's determinate I am able to save her, I will do whatever it takes to save her. And hopefully Telltale doesn't make it determinate. I want to have a definite, finite ending to Clementine's story, whether that be her dying, whether it be her living, whether that be anything. I just want a finite ending to the story. And I want a satisfying ending. If it has to be a death, fine, but at least make it satisfying. Because if it isn't, it's just some painfully lazy written death. I mean, of course, it'll be the feels train, but I mean, this is the character we spent 3 seasons caring for, watching her grow up, become a badass. So, I think as much as I feel about her wanting to have a satisfying conclusion to the story, I think you agree with me. I want a satisfying conclusion. I want to see either Clem, successfully live out her journey and, maybe make a living at it in whatever future it is, die in some emotional way if she does. Like I said, Telltale's not continuing Clem's story, so that makes me think very likely a death is possible. It's very possible. It's like I said, I thought it was a possibility in season 3, but like I said, I didn't think it was going to happen. Even though Javier was the main character, I thought it was more likely. It's more likely that she was going to die as a side character than a main character. You know what I mean? But of course, if they're going to kill her, we're going to be playing as her. Telltale's going to throw all the tricks and trades at us. But we'll see, my friends. We'll see. And that is what I think of Will Telltale Kill Clementine. I believe it is going to happen, but I hope it does not. I hope it does not, my friends. Leave me in the comments what you do think of Clementine and what do you think if she does die or doesn't, what will happen. Obviously, this is a very tough topic for me because I don't know that much about Season 4 right now. But like I said, again, I'm willing to make predictions and, it's always fun. I'll probably end up making this prediction when Season 3 or Season 4 Episode 4 finishes up. We'll probably be making another similar video of this, but this time I'll have story details. That'll probably be sometime next year, so... Because again, I'll come back to this video in about a year from now and see what I said and see if it makes sense to what is currently present now. All right, everyone. Again, next video will be what I think will happen at the end of The Walking Dead Season 4. Even though we don't have any finite details, I'm gonna make a prediction. We'll talk about more about AJ and stuff in that. But again, go on the straw poll on which Telltale game you want us to play next. And again, I'll see y'all for Scumbag League at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank y'all again for watching, and I'll holler at y'all later.